Raw information atomizes itself and rings.
Oh!
She doesn't seem to have been expecting you. Strange smell about her. Chemical. You remember it from somewhere.
Of course, all good here. How may I support you this fine night?
There's something.
Oh!
She doesn't. Strange.
Of course. How may I support? Oh!
She doesn't. Strange smell about.
Of course. How may I support?
Sweet. Slightly pungent. Reminds you of overripe apricots.
Excuse me? I've been rumbled.
She produces a small brown glass bottle and sets it on the counter.
It used to be a respectable habit, you know. Prescription. I don't see why a little rag now and then should be a big deal. All the same, it's terribly unprofessional. I should really quit. I'll be here. I'll print. I'll be here if... Oh!
She doesn't. Strange.
Of... How may I...
Today we are talking about dreams. What's the craziest dreams you've had of recent day? Amelia?
Sweet.
Excuse me? I've been rumbled.
She produced.
It used to be a respectable habit, you know. Come off it. It's perfectly safe as long as you don't forget to sip water. All the same, I suppose it does look a touch unprofessional. Let's not tell Melita. I'll be here if you require.
Congratulations, you fell for the attractive coffee lady. Is safe house everywhere? What you call your need for stimulants is itself the invention of copywriters and graphic designers, capital's true avant-garde. You desire the red and black coffee because you see the attractive woman with compelling hair and you believe in her more than yourself. All manufactured sensations. What you desire is not the red and black coffee, but the solidity of soul that comes with knowing the coffee is your desire.
You won, therefore you are. Existence is confirmed by what it lacks.
That's what the whole fucking thing is about. An eternal shell game of desires, deferred and approximated. Pretty clever, isn't it? We are made to unrealized desire by the caffeinated deception and the appealing armed women who enforce it. It is not your tongue that tastes the milky sweetness, but the tongue of another inside your own mouth.
Give it a rest, Hirsch. No one wants to hear that stuff anymore. All these radical statements you keep making. Do you even know what year it is? How about you actually do something? No, they're not. You dimly recall reading that communism is supposed to be a system of production, a way to order and recreate the material basis of reality. All you're doing is inflicting statements on people. All right, fine. Doesn't matter whether you know what that means or not. You're just going with it. Ever feel like you should be living your beliefs a bit more? Join a union, organize a protest, write a pamphlet, start a reading group to discuss your pamphlet. The possibilities are endless. How about the stuff you already own? Just owning seems wrong. Bourgeois, even. You've seized this stuff in the name of the people. Not even a little bit. It achieves nothing. But looking at all of your things might make you feel really revolutionary. It took actual workers many hours to get this to work.
Maybe these return visits, Make me think we should be exclusive. With pleasure. All right. Tell me what's on your mind. Obviously.
Rubbish is piled so high, the sanitation crews are running behind schedule. The layers of detritus are many days deep. This bin is an archive. Search it and you may conjure the recent history of this place. The rubbish. The container is still over. You jump up to the rim and let your upper body descend into the... The container is... The archives demand bravery and diligence. The mass before you is divided into 3 distinct strata. Your choice. You've now penetrated to the darkest and wettest layer. A metallic thud tells you that you've reached the bottom of the bin. Your fingers get to work. However, the rancid smell threatens to suffocate you. The bitter scent of rotten vegetable matter fills your nasal cavities. The gas makes your mind swim. Luckily, your diligence is not in vain. Your fingers catch on something hard in the furthest corner of the sludge pile. Rounded for the most part. There are some sharper lines at the extremities as well as some flat surfaces. It's a pair of grimy glasses, large black frames, and what must be the thickest prescription lenses available. The missing vendor. These are the glasses he was wearing in the photo Merlin showed you. This neighborhood isn't residential. There's no foot traffic to speak of. Leaving one possibility, too serious to ignore, warrants a much closer look. Nothing of note yet. False teeth, a broken bottle. Oh, there's some salt if you want it. You pluck a few coins from the fetid heap. A couple of them are covered in an unknown greasy substance. This is how you imagine the insides of an eyeball would feel. Various slimy textures slide up your hand as you dip into the dregs. Before you can grab it, it dissolves back into the warm muck, never to be glimpsed by human eyes again. You pick carefully through the warm middle strata until you... Expired coffee, greasy condiment residue. 2 for yes, 1 for no. The echo in the room. A decent imitation of Genghis Balek's style of free verse, but they could have gone harder with the adverbs. A scrawl of red ink above the typed words. We thank you for your submission. Unfortunately, at this time the Nos Correntes review will not be moving forward. A highly discerning one, judging from the physical evidence. With that, your forensic study may be considered complete. The rubbish container and all its spoils continue to rot through time. Bagman gestures wildly on the television screen. This is the ad for the reality situation you've seen before. The sounds sprawled in front of you is a huge control panel. Work this out, and you should be able to drain the water out. The controls before you are unlabeled. There are two. Push the buttons. No, wait, the lever. The sound of water outside. Use it as your guide. It doesn't budge. The metal switch flips to on with a heavy main drive engaged. A short, powerful hiss of water resounds in the plumbing. Then steps confirmed so far. 1, press red button. 2, switch. 3, lever. 4, 5, tentative. Red button, long press. A short, powerful hiss of water. Steps confirmed so far. 1. Despite a noticeable thud, there's a step missing. The lever, perhaps. A hum of machinery runs through the walls. And the cling of metal on stone. You're on the right track. Nothing appears. You could keep trying, but the smartest move is to rule out unknown variables. The color of affirmation, healing, for some, even hope. The button remains nestled in its place, oblivious to your... Nothing appears to happen. Thunk, and the switch flips to off. Nothing appears to happen. The metal main drive engaged. A short, powerful hiss of water. Steps confirmed so far. 1, press red button. As you suspected, the button releases a stream. The hiss turns into a trickle. The water won't drain unless it has somewhere to go. Nothing appears to happen. Thunk, and the switch flips to off. A short, powerful... Steps confirmed so far. 1, press red button. 2, switch. 3, lever. 4, 5, tentative. Red button, long press. The metal main drive engaged. Again, the hiss turns into a trick. The water won't drain unless it has somewhere to go. Again, the hiss. The water won't drain unless it has somewhere. Thunk. Again, you hear it running through the water lock, splashing through on the other side. That worked. It's draining. You leave behind the control panel. Your eyes struggle to adjust to the dim light provided by the recessed bulb above you. What comes through very clear is the stench of rotten eggs, topped with a measure of days-old excreta. It's a plumbing system. Some of the pipes appear newer, black and smooth as river stones. It appears to be a utility room. Opposite you, a tangled network of pipes. Judging by the room's condition, the door behind you is mostly watertight. You'd be trapped here. You'd have to open a highly pressurized door and survive several cubic tons of water crashing right into you. At least one of the pipes is responsible for transporting toilet water. It appears, judging by, you'd be trapped here. Water drips around. A heavy-duty security door, composite alloy, military grade. Quite the investments in security between that door and the intercom. There'd be no other reason for them to have that kind of security. This is, without a doubt, a secret jail. A fork in road, then. Above, you'd have to blend in. Below, you bask in the shadows and hope trouble doesn't await beyond the door. Shadows get... Out of the darkness emerges another wolf cup. The plastic wolf, in round spectacles, reads an ancient tome. He looks sort of bookish and reserved, actually. Itching to prove that he can lead the pack, if they'll only give him the chance. He looks like the kind of wolf who'd stick his snout in between the pages when no one was looking. Blobs of yellow paint refuse to stare back at you. His gaze is fixed somewhere to the side. Eager wolf joins the crew. Another plastic wolf cup in your hand. As before, 1 out, 6 in total to get your hands on. Your fingertips itch with anticipated pleasure. The door looms. Its keypad glowers at you dubiously. Glossy metal finish. No hint of rust or weathering. An even darkness runs along the door's edges. The metal is cool against the flesh of your ear. You only hear a low warble. A heavy, die-cast 10-digit keypad with a matrix of tactile switches. A trio of wires runs from the bottom of the keypad to the door. Assuming an 8-digit combination, you're looking at 100 million possibilities, rounded up by 1. With enough time, and assuming invalid inputs wouldn't trigger a series of alarms, you look around the imposing door. The door... The door looms before you once more. Think. Codes are rarely random. What was that sub-editor studying again? In her exercise papers. And there was a pattern. Long, short, short, long. Assuming a 4-digit code instead of 8 digits. The shadows were here long before the metal and wires. Before empires carved arrogance into stones. And before four meld with the dark. And watch as even the stars grow pliant before you. A soft, electronic tone plays, and you hear the chunk of mechanisms unlocking. Communed with the dark and the secrets it holds. The door parts open in deference. The metal drawer slides out nearly soundlessly, revealing rows of official... You bend your arm at an uncomfortable angle. Not even a loss. The drawer's base makes a thin rattle, not the hollow echo. You pull your hand back from the... After a moment of rifling, your fingertip catches on a sharp edge. Lot of footfall for a nondescript building tucked in the corner of a city. Enter Cascade, delver of secret. The files blur, then your fingers pause, your conscious mind catching up a split second behind. SD Newitz, head of human capital, enter. The past descends with talons. Your old asset, S-Doc, still draped in the same cover you left her in, with one new styling. She is fastened to her cover, mutating with it. The mask has become her face. But all your assets have been so adaptable. Something about unreturned phone calls, abandoning your assets, record lows in cowardice. A telephone from 5 years ago startles in its cradle, waking you from the thin end of a dream.
Herschel, it's Esty. I'm going to talk fast. Something is dreadfully wrong.
Her phrasing that day always stuck with you. Dreadfully wrong. The memory bleeds away. Your eyes refocus on the filing cabinet before you. An address listed in the housing campaign to the north of Party Alley. Existing in plain sight. You store the file in the cabinet. Strangers in grainy black and white stare back at you. Each of them seems to have left the same way. Like, perhaps they're running a writer-in-residence program on the wasteland mesas of Ile-de-Serres. Prisoners often compose very compelling poetry. Are you sure this is even a prison? Could just be a very deadline-oriented working environment. You look for any young woman by the name of Ultravioletta. Maybe try Violetta Ultra. You skip through the stack until your eye catches on a man's face. Mid-60s, eyes blown up by milk bottle glasses. The last time you saw him, he was smiling at the camera. He looks exhausted and grubby, crumpled at the corners. A sudden talisman, the last thing he gave up. Visitor Krantz Eno. Date of arrival 4/3/96. Date of departure 4/18/96. Flight notes, prolonged interrogation, mostly unsuccessful, until daughter threatened. Gone. You have found someone who isn't really here. It disappears soundlessly into the stack. The metal rattles. The heavy steel door contains a single small window. Next to it, another brand new intercom like the one upstairs. As with anything that talks in this city, it is emblazoned with the blue Renotel logo. Heavy condensation is obscured through layers of glass. Nothing can be seen here. Your fist barely makes a sound on the thick, reinforced metal. You hear a brief, static crackle. It fades out to leave the ambient hum. You hold your ear to the box, living electricity buzzing along your...
Stop rapping on my door. Don't you people ever tire? The communists. Intriguing. I can barely make you out through this little viewing slot. All right, Spirit. Do you have a name? That's not a name. That's a falsehood. Herschel. Very good.
You already have a name for him, even if it's a fraudulent one.
Impressive. Though under the circumstances, I'd say poor Dante.
The outline begins to ripple with colors, gestures, tones.
They turn off the lights here at night. No windows. Don't tell me about trouble. If you're from the opera, you must be Tempo del Sur's well-connected friend.
A knot of tension forms between your eyes. Once again, you're a step behind. Don't let his evasions and insinuations throw you off course. A wave of static crashes over the line.
Good for you. Whether that's good for me remains unseen. Briefly, I was making a personal call from one of those infernal payphones when two men bundled me harshly into a tuk-tuk with a rough sack over my head. Soon after, I found myself in this waterlogged hell. I might have gathered. For an entity devoted to human flourishing, Emter seem indifferent to the conditions of actual humans. How very liberal. You could say we're both servants of culture. The ministry maintains relations with a number of men like your unfortunate friend. Allies against Emter's ridiculous culture blockade. Ooh, that's what I say to that. Good for you. To me, he was a betrayer.
For a moment, nobody says anything.
Temple assured me the opera were enthusiastic about the terms, despite the risks involved. Are you telling me that was not the case?
Here it is, the side deal. First of several, potentially. A long, crackling sigh fills the room.
I procured for Temple del Sur an extremely rare device. The only one of its kind outside the Illuminated Empire. Of course you did. I smuggled it out of the Empire in my own diplomatic bag. Our friend was very insistent on this point. His end first.
A detail the Galyana conveniently left out.
But tell me, if Tempo is no more, what has become of this extremely rare device? Teenagers. Somehow both appropriate and terrifying. Not that it's any concern of mine just now, but I would not leave such a thing unaccounted for. That is what he called it, yes. I told him not to repeat it. It's a prototype for a new bootlegging device. I would tell you all about it. But really, it's best to see for yourself. Not that many. Only the big ones. It's not easy to leave the Illuminated Empire. Tempo promised he would call in certain favors. Alas, only one of us got what we bargained for. Please, my socks are so true. The buttons of my feet look like wrinkled tissue. I'd like to be out of here before my toes start to blacken. Let's not. The Illuminated Empire isn't big on forgiveness. We're more about the violent reordering of reality. Different value systems. There's a ritual in motion, Herschel. One I suspect you've got an important part to play in. Soon there will... Wait!
The phone line hisses and goes silent. The line remains connected. No sound of movement above. Drip, drip.
Apologies. I had to attend to a personal matter. A large rat swimming along the floor of my cell. It's not so hard to drown them usually. This one was just very oily. Right, the reason you're here. There's a very important man on his way to Portofino as we speak. His name is Facundo Reyes.
Minister of Mass Culture for Lelou's, political theorist, suspected war criminal, architect for Lelou's meteoric cultural rise. As of this year, 26% of all media originates from Lusian-affiliated distributors. Weekly textile shipments from Lelou's to the developed world, 1.5 million tons. Estimated age, mid-70s. Known photos, 0. While his influence is immense, Reyes himself remains an unbroken cipher, despite repeated attempts to crack him. Halberd, zeroed out, 71. Redacted, declared null entity, 74. Sediment, zeroed out, 76. Vapor, lost, 81. Comfort, zeroed out, 86. Like all the opera's great enemies, Facundo Reyes is referred to primarily by his epithet.
To his friends, he's still just Facundo. Cool is an alien concept of illusion, mind. A bourgeois transvaluation of what used to be recognized as wretched and ignoble. But then I become wretched and ignoble myself. They come and go so easily in your work. I imagine it's hard to keep track. Secret treaties, matters of mass culture, all to be discussed with our mutual antagonists. Fun stuff. Leagues above your station, sadly. Missing pop star. Who do you mean? Ultravioleta. Missing. This is grave. Very grave. Spoken like one with the emotional register of a child. Sad doesn't even begin to encompass the loss. Just one question before you scurry back to your masters. Will it be you escorting me to the superblock?
What might have begun as an inhale of breath transforms into a static roar that the edges of your eyes begin to burn, pulling at the back of your mouth, an unpleasant taste, petroleum. The audio assault gradually dissipates, only to be immediately replaced by another invasive sound. Footsteps right above you. Vanish now. In the crimson dark of the room, it's hard to make out much of anything. Disused office equipment stacked in a clumsy pile, along with various packing crates. Plastic and cardboard, slowly soaking up. It will be a struggle to dive in and cover yourself back up in such a way that you can't be seen. The far corner of the room contains nothing but sodden-in boxes of paper files. There is not enough of a mass there to hide yourself fully. An open doorway, the one you came from, which you know provides a clean passage straight to the outside. The full weight of your situation dawns on you in the instant before the door clicks. In the open doorway stands the sub-editor. You can just make out the shine of her red pen, held aloft, dagger-like. Cold liquid snatches at your steps like wet hands as you run towards your only hope at escape. A crackle on the water surface, then something seizes your ankles, then your whole body, as the world blackens.
Hello again.
The copy editor taps her red pen against the side of her face and
Here's what you were so desperate to see. Verdict. Already? I've barely touched you. Let me try something.
she runs her thumb over the pen, teasing its mechanical tip. Cold, crackling spikes of electricity run up and down your spine from focal points on your back. 10,000 needles across your skin.
Good girl. You look very tough.
A click beneath her thumb and a jolt of pain tears through your skin. Fuck. Scattergang. Gnaw arms off. Run.
Thanks for le consentement. I am an interrogatrix for l'Empire sans territoire. Who are you?
Summon a persona. Concede nothing. Validate less. Cascade can slip out behind the human-shaped facade. Say nothing, and she will know nothing.
Don't put me to the test.
Hold the line. She gets nothing.
I'm going to assume your silence just means yes from now on.
The silence plan has totally backfired. Clear this up quick.
Understood. So let's start again.
There goes that approach.
Because you'd have drowned if I hadn't picked you up off the floor, ma lapinette. But good question. Why do you think you're tied to a chair, draped in electrodes? You did indeed. However, that's not a hanging offense, or an electrocutable one. Seems we're back to where we started. Who are you? Aha, socks. I've heard that one before. Then what were you doing breaking into the basement of a magazine office? Cute. Let's see how good you really are, shall we? How many tons of cotton did the superblock export last year?
At least one.
Right. What's the cuff length of your biggest sock model?
4 inches.
How many different grades of cotton do you offer potential buyers?
At least one.
You could have guessed that one from ideological context. Of course, the superblock produces only one grade.
Her thumb hovers over the pen, taunting you. No, not again. Click. Your body spasms, your joints strain. Microscopic sinews tear.
So, let me run my working theory by you. You're opera, right?
Your right eye twitches.
Thought so. I let you talk to our prisoner because I thought he might be chattier with you, and that you'd break more easily than him.
The situation is dire, An advanced cognitive maneuver could turn her own weapon against her. The old Remembrancer designation was Fellow Traveler. The contemporary one, Psycho Mirror. Ancient files hidden in the Remembrancer's division.
No, mine loved me very much.
Thick. A fresh flare of agony rattles along your bones. You smell smoke and burning.
Who are you?
The woman blinks twice and adjusts her position.
No more? Merde. I was enjoying that. I like that snarl of yours. If only we'd met under different circumstances.
She stares at you, lips parted, eyes alight.
What is your name?
Just tell her. Fuck it.
Do you have any affiliations outside the Auckland Bureau?
Strange question.
What makes someone a friend? Are you currently on assignment in theatre?
Yes and no. Just no, really. She frowns.
Interesting. You weren't lying there, were you, Lapinette? That doesn't seem to be going very well for you. That face under your mask, is that your true face? Why did you peel the plastic off my intercom? Do you really believe the things you say? Do you find me attractive? What does the opera want with the prisoner?
We have no idea.
That was unimpressive, even for the opera. Ma pauvre Lapinette. You didn't do a very good job there, did you? Oh, I love to hear you say that. But it isn't true. Someone intervened on your behalf. Your own personal star.
You are forever cradled in the 10,000 limbs of the party.
Toute chose qui existe en dehors de l'Empire est une chose sans valeur. Goodbye, Herschel.
Click. The world. You wake to blurry vision, thudding ears, and a dull ache in your lower spine. The setting sun is hot on your face. Purple light spots are burned into the back of your eyelid. Springs dig into your back as you shift position. Someone is standing nearby, watching you. Your eyes realign and find a young girl staring at you, chewing a lock of her own hair.
I was with my dad, but he had to go grown-up fishing. He said,
It will be dark soon.
"Can you help me with something? I need to get this knot undone."
The girl holds out a small hook tangled in fishing line. Bind in. No, not again. You take the hook and its clot of near-invisible wire. Double. Lost in theatre. Status captured, interrogated. Loyalties non-existent. Conclusion, failure. Brackets inevitable. Your hands are trembling. A child is asking for your help. Focus. It's a haphazard tangle of wire, formed on the universe's whim. Your wrists burn, the skin chafed, your shoulders ache from the pull. You pick at the wire, your fingernails slipping off the fine thread, coming apart at the seams. You broke. They didn't kill you. A chance to face it down again.
Are you okay? Did something happen to you?
Nothing a prolonged ideological realignment session won't fix.
You can always play it again, but you seem so...
You tug on the last loop of thread.
I don't know. Very...
She knows the feeling.
Cool. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah. The man told me to give this to you.
She holds out a clot of folded paper.
The man with no heart.
Houseman, the null persona.
Yeah. Is he your dad? Oh, okay. Adult stuff.
It appears to be an origami rendering of some kind. An anatomically correct human heart. If so, it promises a very technical and exact The flattened paper reveals a hand. Big ticket item about to hit the organ block. Opening bids already coming in by payphone. Party alley, west side. Who will we say is calling operant? Below the scrawled text, a childlike drawing of a heart. Houseman, no doubt, organised your release from the jail.
The heart is pretty. He drew a heart, so he must like you. Nope. For what?
Your gaze instinctively turns north. This marked payphone then. It seems someone will be waiting for you on the other end.